The war on drugs. But today in the Pizza Connection drug trial, a man federal prosecutors call a major heroin trafficker pleaded guilty to a minor charge and then walked away a free man. Alec Roberts has this exclusive report.
Vincenzo Randazzo was accused by the U.S. Attorney's Office of helping to run the biggest heroin conspiracy in American history, smuggling $1.6 billion worth of the drug from Sicily and Brazil into the United States, and laundering hundreds of millions of dollars. Today, he left federal court a free man. Were you involved in heroin dealings with your uncle?
I've never been involved with, even my uncle. I never will. And also, according to the testimony, my uncle was no person involved with the drug.
Randazzo was charged with 21 other alleged mafia bigwigs, including his uncle, Gaetano Badalamenti, in the so-called Pizza Connection case. But the government agreed to dismiss his heroin indictment and instead allowed him to plead guilty to submitting a false name on his passport. In court, Randazzo attorney Lawrence Schoenfeld said the agreement amounted to recognition by the government that they believe he committed no other crime other than violation of immigration laws. But Assistant U.S. Attorney Louis Freeh vehemently denied that, claiming Randazzo was an agent of his uncle, Gaetano Badalamenti, the lead defendant in the Pizza Connection case. Federal Judge Pierre Laval then sentenced Randazzo to the 26 months he already served in jail on $4 million bail.
The government obviously evaluated their case, saw the evidence or the lack of evidence against Mr. Randazzo and perhaps against some others in the case, and realized that they had made a mistake.
The U.S. attorney made reference to the fact that Italy is seeking to extradite Randazzo on the heroin charges. But his lawyer says that since the U.S. extradited him from Switzerland, he can't be extradited on the same charges again. The plea is a blow to U.S. Attorney Rudolph Giuliani, who has dramatized the issue of drugs, most recently going undercover to purchase crack. Giuliani, when asked to comment today by the Independent News, declined, saying the case was ongoing.
I can only say that I think it remarkable that Mr. Giuliani was the first to go onto television and in the newspapers when this case first broke 2.5 years ago. Now that Mr. Randazzo has been exonerated and the charges against him have been dismissed, and they were dismissed completely, Mr. Giuliani apparently doesn't see fit to report that to the press.
The Independent News has learned that Randazzo isn't the only heroin trafficker being allowed to cop a plea. Lorenzo DeVardo will also have his racketeering indictment dismissed in return for a guilty plea to a gun possession charge. Now, both of these men could have received up to 20 years in prison on the heroin charges that they faced, and the pleas raise questions about the strength of the U.S. Attorney's case. Donna?
Thank you, Alec. A pleasant vacation turns into fiery terror as an explosion and fire rock a cruise ship. We'll have that story.